What's up, gang? Case here with our strength work for Wednesday, September 30th. Just wrapped up this workout myself, and it is a leg and core burner today. Looking to go heavier on our strength work today. So 3 rounds. We have a squat complex, 8 goblet lunges, 8 goblet squats into 10 jump squats. On those goblet lunges today, I'm going to use a lighter weight just to talk about points of performance. I want you pushing up and into that object. It's going to help set that upper torso. Think about having a proud chest. That way we get extension through that thoracic spine. We don't want to arch our low back here though, so even though we've got that proud chest, we're still keeping those ribs pulled down, belly tight. Now that I've got that core organized, let's not look up. Let's think about pulling our chin back into our neck a bit, just to make the back of the neck long. This is going to give us our strongest spinal position. And then as we step forward, that's going to be the preferred lunge today. Step forward far enough to where we can find this 90-90 position, and then driving off of that front leg to get back to that standing position. If you're having trouble keeping that chest up, drop some weight. Also, if you're having knee pain, test out a reverse lunge. Sometimes that can be easier on that knee. Also, you can sub in a step up in place of that lunge. After those goblet lunges, you've got goblet squats. So as soon as you finish rep number 8, step into that squat stance and roll through those. Same things here, pushing into that dumbbell, ribs down, chin tucked just a bit, but still proud chest. Send those hips back so that you can feel those glutes and hamstrings load up in the bottom. As soon as you finish squat number 10, set that object down into 10 jump squats, pushing down on the air, jumping as high as we can, landing soft, but still bringing ourselves down into our full range of motion squat. Last thing I want you to work on today with your squats, getting some outward twist pressure on those feet. That creates that arch in the foot for us. Whole foot still stays on the ground, but that also helps externally rotate this hip and allows you to use your glutes and hamstrings to a greater degree. After our squat complex, rest roughly 1 minute, and you'll roll into our core complex for today. Starting with pike ups, we want our hands to be as far forward as we can while lifting heels and keeping them off the ground for the duration of the set. Point your toes towards the wall as hard as you can. That's going to help tighten out this leg. And then every time you lift your heel, think about pushing those fingertips into the ground. Make a little tent with your hand because you want those arms to be as long as possible. If you're having trouble lifting those heels, slide those hands back just a little bit. And then if we still can't get that leg up, go ahead and bend that knee just a bit, but still pointing those toes and pushing through the ground each time we lift. Once you start that set, once again, don't let that heel touch the ground again until you finish the set. Movement 2 for our core complex is going to be dumbbell pullovers. These need not be heavy because what we're working on here is holding these ribs down, keeping our low back on the ground while we use our shoulder and back muscles. Keep those shoulders down, away from the ears, rib cage down, low back on the ground. You can have a slight bend in the elbow. Once you get to that bottom position, squeeze that middle down really tight, and that's the thing that should initiate that pull back to the top. What that teaches us to do is tie our core into our back muscles and into our arms. Finishing up with hollow rocks today. We can go bent knee, hands by our side, one leg bent, hands to the side, one leg bent, hands overhead, or both legs extended. Whichever version we use, we're locking down that hollow position, and then we're not letting our spine move. The way that we create that rock is not from swinging our legs, but rather from reaching for the wall in front of us with our toe and reaching for the wall behind us with our hands. We're reaching to create the rock, but we're locking that middle down so that we can learn to hold that powerful gymnastics position. If you're going one leg bent on those, you'll go 5 on one side and then 5 on the other. That core complex is meant to be back to back, so right from your 10 pike ups into your 10 dumbbell pullovers. Sorry, had to check myself on reps there. And then finishing up with your 10 rocks. As far as weight goes today, like I said, push the weight on that squat as much as you can. I used the 70 kettlebell today and it actually felt pretty good. Still challenging, but not too tough. And then on that core complex, last thing on the squat stuff, if you bite off more than you can chew in that first set, you can always adjust that weight. Same thing, if that first set feels easy, you can always adjust up in those later sets. Good luck on your strength work for today, and we'll see you back in a bit for our Metcon.